So I've been waiting for a duck egg, and today when I fed or added food to the chickens over here, I saw the male and did not see the female, and I searched the whole area thinking, well, maybe she's where she's laying her eggs, and maybe I've walked around looking for eggs, but maybe I just haven't seen them. Well, I have to tell you, she is in, I don't know, right there, she's in the chicken's nest. So I'm assuming she's laying her first egg. There definitely weren't eggs in there before, but she's not supposed to be laying in there. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I'm also supposed to leave her eggs. And she's supposed to be laying in here, and they say that, I think they say that ducks typically lay at night, but I'm going to wait and see what happens. She's still in there. I'm assuming she can get out. I don't know how she got up there. So I think what I'll do is put this nesting box right here on the floor of her room and see if we can shift her. But I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see what happens. My two broody hens and the gray one over there are no longer broody, which is great. They're probably the only two in this group that will go broody. And I think I'm about a month away from moving those other guys. So really, if they were to go broody again, I might let them. I really have to reduce my flock of chickens, though. I just don't need the eggs I'm getting. So. I want to say those are parrots that are really loud overhead, but I could be wrong. The other thing about the duck being in there is I'm just not sure. There are two chickens that lay in there, and I'm just not sure what's going to happen if they try and jump up there. I guess we'll see. Time will tell. Welcome to my little tropical farm. So I just took the puppies for a walk, and then decided to go check on the chickens, check their food, check for any extra eggs. I collected eggs this morning, but thought I'd check. And I had taken a picture early this morning of the duck in the chicken nest again. And look at what I found. Let me see if I can show you. Now, unfortunately, I already took out the chicken eggs. But with the chicken eggs in there, you could clearly tell that that's a duck egg. So, we got our first duck egg today. April, what is it, 30th? I think. I don't know. Let's look. Yeah, April 30th. So we got our first duck egg. So that's kind of exciting. We'll wait till she has a whole bunch, and then she'll probably sit on them, and we'll have baby ducklings. But other than that, I'm done down here for now. I'm going to check the little chicks. I don't think they need more food, but they might. So we'll check on them. It's funny, I went to the Finca today. I was checking on getting more wire to close up between these two rooms, because here is Lulu again. Now, she's using this as her bathroom, as you can see right here, which is great. And they're 4 months old, and they only get walked 3 times a day. They get walked at 6, noon, and 6. And like next Saturday, they won't get walked at noon because I probably won't be here. Well, this will be after this video. I mean, this video will be, you guys will see this video after Saturday. But Saturday I have plans for the day. So I'm actually thinking about pulling this wall down because I'll be getting only like a 5-foot wall. So I don't know if I'll pull it down or cut a hole in it for them. But I'm thinking, why should it be so hard for them? They're using it anyway. And I'd rather they go to the bathroom on this side. And Punky, I don't think is doing that all the time because it's harder for her to get to this side. Lulu is an acrobat. So I'll probably end up cutting that either later today or tomorrow. It's my answer to everything. Later today or tomorrow. Oh yeah, these guys have plenty of food. It's really hot. It's middle of the day right now, so they are resting. It's midday, and the puppies went on their midday walk, and now they are helping me with my farm chores. They just don't know that they're helping me. They're attached to the wheelbarrow. Uh-oh. Okay, let me unattach you guys. Wait. Come here. Okay. Now we're going to go see if the duck gave us a second egg. No, there's no water there anymore. I put banana leaves here for the sheep, and they are too afraid of the dogs to come over here, but I didn't know that, so I'll probably move those to their room since they've already been cut down. So now we are going to check on the chickens and keep these guys on a leash because they have been eating too much of the chicken grain, and I don't want them to get stomach aches. Look at this crazy pepper plant, just full of peppers. All the chickens are in the shade, checking out the dogs. They will avoid the dogs for the most part. Okay, girls. Let's just see if we get another duck egg. Oh, they'll drink out of the water. Oh, wow, a lot more eggs. Not a second duck egg. Now you can see the difference in size. Okay, girls, that's not your water. It's a pretty significant difference. So there's a lot going on today. The sheep just got out. Not out, they just left their shelter. They're going to check things out. They don't go back here that much because the puppies are back here. They don't love the puppies. But the puppies are in their kennel right now. They came out when the sheep went into their shelter. I let the puppies run around, and they ran all over the place. They actually went to the house with me, and I locked them outside the gate, and I went in the house. I had to get some water for Mario. Mario's working here today, and get a few other things, and they waited at the gate for me. They were very confused, but they just waited, and I came out, and we went on our merry way, which was kind of nice. Okay, so I'm taking you back here, my chicken area, to show you a few things. Here are the puppies. What good little puppies. Yes, you're good girls, but I did not come back for you. Okay, we came back to look at duck eggs. So I think I told you that I had one duck egg. I had one duck egg, and it disappeared. Mario thinks it was either a possum or a fox, based on the fact that it was completely eaten. And it wasn't a snake because it was cracked. At least that was my feeling, was because there was a little bit of like egg stuff left in the hay. And he seemed to agree. He said it was probably a possum or possibly a fox. Now, I've never seen a fox around here, but I have seen a possum. But I am going to show you that you do not belong in here. Get out. Okay. So I hope you can see this. I'm not going to get too close, but we now have 2 duck eggs. So after one disappeared, she started laying in here. And this is where I wanted her to lay. So she's got her own little nesting boxes here. And they are brooder boxes, so the eggs don't fall out and she can sit on them. And hopefully she will do that. And let me take you. So Mario's here working all day today. And the first thing he did was I had been throwing compost back here. And I was piling it up against the wall here. But the chickens dig through it and they were spreading it everywhere. So it was spread out to about here. And so Mario put up this little wall so that they could only spread it that far. I'll dump it at the far end and they'll spread it out. For those of you that don't compost, coming from LA, I'm sure a lot of my friends in LA don't compost. But you really want a high pile, and a small pile, not small as in not a lot of stuff, but compact, so that it builds up heat, and the heat will kill any, one, parasites, and two, any like grass seeds and whatnot that's in there. So that would be good. I just thought I'd show you my rooster while I'm talking. He's so cute. He's very handsome, very regal. We are going to keep him for a while. I do have my one girl locked up in here. She is broody again. And so, unfortunately, she's the only one that's broody, so she's stuck in here by herself. But 2 days of this, and I'm hoping she outgrows it. And then the last thing I'm going to show you back here, which isn't much, and you probably can't tell, but Mario did clean this whole place up as well. He cut down all the extra trees. I had a lot of guava trees that he felt were male trees and weren't going to bear fruit, so he cut them down. He did take down some of the banana trees and thin them, which is great. And I had thought, because they had a fungus and they were cut down, I was actually told that any offspring of them, they grow little like shoots or pups, would also have the fungus. But Maria said, no, there's a possibility they won't. And it's worth it to just leave them and see what the bananas bring. So you can tell if the bananas have the fungus. But that's a lot of the work he did today. He did other things, but he's working on my yard now, which needed a lot of work. So he cleaned up some of the palm trees and he's cutting the grass. So I'm loading up the car to go to the Mercadito with my plants. I have the dogs, I call it a hammock, but it goes around the back seat so the dogs can't really run around in the car. I'm leaving that up so none of the plants fall onto the floor. And we'll load up the plants and see how that goes. I am going to set you up here and I'll show you the plants as we load them up. So these are all the lilies, and the flowers have died, but they're still lilies and they'll still bloom again. These are the birds of paradise. These are the pepper starts, and then I have two manzana de agua plants. I actually have three because there's two in one thing. This is my little flower pot. It ended up looking pretty good. It's heavy, but it looks pretty good. And the last thing I have to figure out how I'm gonna take are the orchids. They came out looking great. This one's looking really good. Flowers are just getting old. These, a lot of the flowers are dying off, but I think it's just time. They've bloomed for a while. So I'm gonna pack these up. I have a small box. I'm gonna see if they fit. I could probably fit 3 out of 4 in there. That's not that small a box. Maybe I can fit all 4. And we'll see what we can do. A little cramped in here. Okay, so I can fit 3. Let's see what we're going to do with this one. I don't want to smush the ones that are in here. But no, that's not going to work. Okay, I'll have to figure this out. And I'm bringing the tape for it to stand on. The last thing I have to pack is my cooler because I am buying some fresh milk while I'm there. These look like ginger, but they're not. They're related to the ginger family or the turmeric family, and they produce a beautiful red flower. I don't think they're edible. I'm pretty positive they're not. But they produce a beautiful red flower, and so I'm going to plant those and see what comes up. I left them out to dry out a little where they broke so that they don't have rot. But I really need to plant them soon, so hopefully I'll get to that tomorrow. And that's it for now. I'll show you more when we get to the market. So I have to apologize. I said I was going to videotape at the Mercadito and show you my table and everything, but my battery on my camera died. So I took a couple of still photos, and hopefully you could at least get an idea of what the table looked like. I did sell a decent amount considering it was a slow day at the market, partly because the next day was elections. And so there was a lot going on. The road was blocked at one point to get to the market because they were meeting to go, I don't know what they were canvassing for, a candidate, or they were canvassing for just to get people out to vote. I have no idea. But there were a lot of official cars, and they were blocking the road. So it was a slower day. It's also the end of the season for the snowbirds. So a lot of people have gone back to the States or to Canada or wherever they're from. And so this is a slower time of year. And so I think I did pretty well. Of course, I spent every penny that I made, but I bought things that I would have bought anyway. So thanks for joining us this week. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so that you'll be notified when our next video comes out. We look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.